Hello friends, welcome back to Technique, and this is Normal here, and in this video we'll be doing the detailed review of the new budget 5G smartphone from Redmi in India, the Redmi 12 5G. So after a long while, Redmi has announced a new 5G device which has been launched with a very attractive pricing. This is priced just 10,999 including card offers, and this is powered by the Snapdragon 4 Gen 2 chip, and you get a really brilliant hardware for this price segment. So let's see how good it is in terms of performance, and is it really the worthy device to buy if you're looking for a budget 5G device. So let's get started. So before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So first, let's talk about the build quality and the design aspect. Now, if you look at the design of the Redmi 12 5G, you can see that the camera module is not a separate one. It's actually flushed into the main body, and you get the three camera units. In fact, there are two camera units, and one is an LED flash and the Redmi branding here, and the back panel is finished in glass. That's one of the specialties of this device. It feels really premium in terms of design. Now if you look at the front panel design, you can see that it is quite good for a budget device. If you look at the front panel design here, also you can see that it's quite a good looking device out there with a punch hole selfie camera. The top, bottom and side bezels are kind of minimal. The bottom bezel is slightly on the high side, but nevertheless at a price of around 11,000, this is quite acceptable, and overall it looks good. The side panel has been given a flat finish. The top houses the 3.5mm audio jack, IR blaster. The bottom has the USB Type-C port, speaker unit, microphone, and the left side you get the SIM tray, and on the right side you get this volume rocker keys and the fingerprint scanner included on the power button. So it definitely feels great. You can see that the back panel, the chrome finishing around the camera unit looks great in terms of build quality, fit and finish, and you also get a really premium glass finishing, making it one of the premium looking devices out there. So in terms of design and build quality, it definitely feels premium. It doesn't feel like actually at 11,000 rupees device. So that's one good thing Redmi has done. Excellent design and build quality offered on this device, and apart from that, you also get IP53 splash resistant and dust resistant coating, which makes it even better. Now so overall, in terms of design and build quality, we feel it's definitely a great device. Now if you look at the display, now at this price segment you generally get only an IPS LCD panel. Here also you get a full HD plus resolution IPS LCD panel and 90 Hz refresh rate. Now the display quality is once again good. You can see that the touch response feels very smooth, and you have the 90 Hz refresh rate, meaning it's very smooth in usage. The display quality is also good. The touch response is nice. The colors are also good. The viewing angles are decent enough for this price segment, if not great, and it also comes with 550 nits of peak brightness, which is definitely good, and it also comes with Gorilla Glass support. So it is well equipped for a display for 11,000 price device, and even the multimedia experience is also pretty good. The colors are vivid, punchy, and display is also bright for watching movies. So overall we feel there isn't anything to complain here in terms of display quality, because at this price segment you are getting quite a good display out there. Let's move on to the software. Now this device comes with the MIUI 14 out of the box. Now when it comes to MIUI 13 to 14, there has been drastic change, and we have mentioned that in our previous MIUI 14 devices reviews as well. So here also you get a really polished UI. In our almost 1.5 to 2 weeks of usage, we hardly faced any issues, no hiccups, no lags, no crashes, and it's a very smooth performer out there. And in terms of MIUI experience, you get Android 13 out of the box. So if you look at the MIUI experience, if you just take the settings panel, you can see that MIUI 14.0.2 and Android 13 and security patches from June, and you can see that all the features are included here: theme support, customization, then you get additional settings, gestures, one-handed mode, screen recorder, memory extension feature is also there. You can expand up to 8 GB. Then additional options are there, and it looks pretty nice, and the notification toggle also looks great. But one thing what we didn't like about the device is that there are bloatwares. In fact, we have uninstalled all the bloatwares on this device, so it feels very nice, but there are a lot of bloatwares which should have been avoided. But you can also uninstall all these bloatwares. So that is one good thing about the bloatwares, but bloatware shouldn't be there on the device. That's another important thing. But again, most of the brands include bloatwares to cut down the price, and Xiaomi has done a quite good job here, I would say. But bloatwares maybe you can decide whether it should be available on the budget device. I feel it should not be available on any device because that is spoiling the experience of otherwise a really good MIUI 14 experience. But again, as I said before, you can uninstall all the bloatwares. Now that is the software experience. Now let's move on to the performance. Now this is the standout feature of this device, the Snapdragon 4 Gen 2, one of the really powerful devices for this price segment, and this is the global debut for this chip in India as well. And this is coupled with either 4, 6 or 8 GB RAM, and you get 128 or 256 GB storage included. So that's something which is good. And if you look at the benchmark score of this device, so let's just take it. So you can see a 4,25,000, almost close to 4.5 lakh, which is really good for this device. You can see the scores, and this is definitely one of the better devices in terms of scores. You can also see the storage test as well. So in terms of performance, there is hardly any issues. Very good, smooth experience day to day, no lags or issues, and does a quite good job actually for this price segment. And even if you're looking for gaming device in this price segment, I would say it's a decent device for gaming. You can play casual games, if not very heavy, strong or graphic rich games. Even that is playable, but you may not get the best graphic experience. But for a budget device, this is quite good performance. So that was a performance. We didn't notice any heating issues on this device. Now talking about the fingerprint scanner, it's side mounted fingerprint scanner, which is quite fast. I would say nothing wrong in that, and it's quite in terms of response time as well. Now there is dual SIM card, dual 5G support. We tried 5G, and you could get around 650 Mbps speed on Jio and Airtel, and in our area we generally get around 700 to 750, so it's not bad. It's a quite good speed for 5G. We got around 650 Mbps. So that's the speed test we did, and it also comes with good voice clarity in terms of calling, no issues whatsoever. The signal strength is also pretty good. Now if you look at the speaker experience, now this comes with just a mono speaker. It's a bottom mounted speaker. It's adequately loud, I would say, but it's not a very great experience. Ideally a dual speaker would have made it even better, but again, budget segment, there are a lot of constraints, so single speaker does quite good job. Let's quickly have a look at the sound performance. So I would say it's quite a decent speaker in the device. Now another important thing, that this device comes with MIUI dialer, so you can record calls without the announcement. A feature a lot of you've been asking, so this device has the MIUI dialer. Now next, let's move on to the cameras. Now you get a dual 50 megapixel camera on this device and an 8 megapixel selfie camera. You don't get an ultra wide nor a macro sensor. In fact, we have done the detailed camera review. It's a 50 megapixel f1.8 sensor and an 8 megapixel selfie camera, and you get a depth sensor camera, that's a 2 megapixel shooter. Now looking at the camera samples in daylight condition, it produces pretty good results, good detailing, good colors as well, decent dynamic range, and the sharpness levels are also quite good. So it's acceptable 50 megapixel camera in the budget segment. Now if you look at the close-up shots as well, there is good amount of detail, great sharpness levels, and colors are kind of very much natural, I would say. There is no saturation issues, so it does quite good job. Now portraits, we did like the portraits, but the edge detection was not that great on the portraits. It could be fixed with updates, but again, for a budget segment, it's quite acceptable. Now low light experience in artificial indoor lighting, it did perform decently well, and noise wasn't that high. But when it comes to extreme low light, obviously this is kind of very average performer. You can clearly say that there is a lot of noise in the images. Again, budget segment, you can't expect more. And selfies also came out quite well, I would say, and even portrait selfies also turned out pretty good overall. Now the video recording, there is only 1080p 30 fps, but there is no stabilization. That could have been included, and EIS probably in the next update would make it even better. So that is the camera experience. Overall, we would say it's quite a decent camera out there, which won't disappoint users in terms of the price segment it is being offered. Now finally, moving on to the battery. Now you get a 5000 mAh battery with 18 watt charging. Now 18 watt charging takes almost close to 2 hours to charge the device. Now ideally there should have been 33 watt charging, because Xiaomi already has 33 watt charger. Probably this being a budget device and cost cutting might have fixed at 18 watt, but nevertheless it takes around 2 hours, close to 2 hours to charge. We have also done a charging test. So that's the battery capacity. Now battery performance is really good. You can get close to almost 8 hours plus. Again, that depends upon usage. We got that's the battery screen on time we got, but again depends upon user to user. Again, the app we are running, but it's very good battery performer in this price segment. And if you're a casual user, you can get almost close to 1.5 days, and even if you're a heavy user, you can easily get through a day with around 20 to 25% battery remaining. So battery performance is stellar on this device. It's one of the really power efficient chip, and that shows up in the actual battery performance. So it's a very good battery performer in the Redmi 12 5G. So that was our detailed experience of the Redmi 12 5G. Now let's sum up the pros and cons. Now the pros include excellent design and build quality. It definitely feels premium. It doesn't feel like a 11,000 device. It feels like a 20 to 25,000 price device. So that's one of the good things. Now the display is quite decent. The software experience is good. Cameras are kind of okayish. The performance is good, and battery life is also good. Now the disappointing or the cons of the device: bloatwares are there, although you can uninstall, bloatwares are there. Second thing is that edge detection in portrait could have been improved, and also there is no EIS on offer. Again, you would say it's a budget device. And the last con would be there is only 18 watt charger. Again, probably cost cutting, I would say. But overall, if you look at the pricing and the features offered at 10,999 pricing, although it is including the card offers, at that pricing, this is a great value for money package out there. If you're looking for a budget 5G device, without doubt you should be picking the Redmi 12 5G. Hardly any complaints for the price segment it is being offered. So it's a really good package, or rather one of the best 5G budget smartphones below the or around the 10 to 12,000 price segment in India. Now which variant should you choose? I would say you should be going for the 6GB RAM and 128GB storage variant. That is quite good, and it is kind of a balanced variant. And which color? Probably silver is probably the hottest color out there, but I personally like the blue color. Again, it depends upon user to user. So that was our review of the Redmi 12 5G. What do you guys think about the device? Do let us know in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off with the detailed review of the Redmi 12 5G. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.